Hey everybody. So yes, we survived the hurricane. We did lose power for a while. We were out, we went out like 2 or 3 o'clock. I think it was like 3 o'clock on Tuesday, and we were out up until like yesterday morning. It sucked. I have no cell phone service here, so like we had no communication. Everybody's standing out in the driveways. I live in a trailer park. So everybody's like standing out in the driveways trying to make phone calls and trying to get a hold of the electric company. With the help of me and my next door neighbors, we managed to get through to them on Tuesday, and they were up the road, and they turned the sprite back on. So after they went to go talk to them, so we're back. We're back in business. So I wanted to make this video, and it's more of a blogish kind of video. And it's not necessarily a good one, but I think it's a good video for me to make for others. Just from lessons learned. So basically, I had this friend, really good friend of mine. Well, I thought was on my end a really good friend of mine, and there was a lot of like issues. Like there's a lot of issues when like guys and girls are friends. Like there's always that weirdness with other people, always thinking that things are going on, blah blah blah, whatever. Nothing ever went on between me and him. However, we were friends. I consider him pretty close. However, things just kind of got out of control. When you're friends with people and like it's toxic, but you keep going because like you're so afraid to let them go, like you don't want them to not be in your life, you don't do it, so like you keep holding on, and I'm happy to report to you guys that eventually you're gonna realize that it's just too much. Okay, I'm the type of person who, like, if I have like a friend in my life, if you're in my life like as a friend or whatever, like I don't let people go that easily. Like we could fight and maybe like I'll stop talking to you for a while or whatever, but I always end up coming back. We always end up becoming friends again. I never really completely, wholly like just move on and just completely forget about you. Not even like with ex-boyfriends. Even with like ex-boyfriends, I still like always like try to, if you want to be friends with me, okay, let's be friends. Like when it's all said and done and we're over everything, let's do it. However, so yeah, we've had a lot of ups and downs, and I've always came back, or he always came back. We always kind of like the same personality type, so we kind of like always looked at things the same way. So I guess why we got along so well. But I think yesterday, or even just for the longest time, I think within over the last like month, it's just been kind of crumbling, and like my whole life has been shit for like the last month. As you guys know, the house fell through for me. My husband's boss is supposed to be like buying a house for us, and he has not really cooperated too much. Like we don't know what he's doing, and I have all these beautiful houses I've seen with my realtor friend Mike. By the way, if you're looking for a house, please, I would contact me and I will get you his information. He is a great guy, and he gives me some beautiful move-in ready homes that are very cheap. So yeah, I have all these homes lined up I want to go and see, like I'm willing to take, but it's really up to his boss to see he's the lender. So we haven't really heard much about that, and we have to move in like a month, and I'm just really running out of time here, so things have not been so great with me. My health is declining a lot, and it's just bad. So like I kind of rely on my friends, and me and him were kind of having just like bad. It was just bad, and I just felt like it was a situation that I didn't need to deal with at the moment because I'm already dealing with enough, and I can't really control the other situations, but this one I feel like I could. So I think like yesterday I just was like, I'm done. Like I can't do this shit anymore. Like there was like a really big imbalance. Like I was like more friends with him than he was with me. I feel like I was more like inclined to talk. He just, things changed a lot. Like they weren't always like this, so it was like a change. Like I seen it change. So like I knew things were different, and I finally had enough, and it was just like I can't do this no more. I told him that yesterday, and then like this morning I like messaged him, and I was like, I just with the solely intent of not taking the friendship back. I was like kind of explaining to him like everything, and then we just kind of got into a fight, and then it was just like everything just blew up, and then like all of a sudden it was just like we were coming at heads, and it was just like it was done. Like I was like we were both just like done with it. And then I think after some calming down, I finally was like, do you really want me to go? Because, if that's what you want, I'll go. If not, then, I won't leave. But as I'm waiting for him to answer, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about this question I'm asking him. And I'm like, it's not even in this person's power to tell me, like, if I should go or not. That should be up to me. Like, how do I feel about this situation? I said, step outside my emotions for a second. Reality speaking, how do I feel? Yesterday, or for the last week, I've noticed things happening. All right, so I've already started kind of like backing away from the whole situation, and then everything came to a halt yesterday. And then my feelings have not changed since yesterday. Since I woke up, I still felt the same. Like, I still did not really have those feelings of being friends with this person anymore. So then, fast forward to this moment, we're at this pivotal moment. Actually, I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Any other time we've done this, I've always kind of like, at this point we were just like, forget about it, let's just keep being friends. But now I'm thinking, like, the answer's not like sitting right with me. Like, I don't think that's the right answer. I think that maybe we should move on. I think that, he could say yes and I will be like, okay, and then we'll just end up back here again in another couple months. Or he could be like, no, and then honestly, I think that it would hurt, but I think that yeah, it's probably best, like, we just move on from the situation, like, honestly. And I'm like, I need to go. We can't do this. We can't do this anymore. I'm leaving it up to him, and I can't do that, because it's not just him involved. I'm involved too, and my feelings also matter here, and it's not just about his feelings. So, eventually we got to, like, he answered, and he was like, what did he say? He's like, oh, do what you want, or what do you want to do, or do whatever you want, something like some questions, like open-ended answers, like basically leaving it in my hands. And I'm like, I said, no, I asked you. I was like, honestly, I said, I think it's best maybe we just back up. Like, not necessarily not be friends, completely cut each other out of our lives, because we've been part of each other's lives for a very long time. Like, but maybe it's best that we just kind of back off a little bit, kind of be like a background friend, like, not talk so much, not like, all of that, or whatever. And, I just, it was weird, like, I didn't want that. Like, I told him, like, I don't want that. I don't want this. But at the same time, I can't keep lying to myself, saying that, yeah, let's keep doing this, because we can't keep doing it. And even he was like, we're never going to be on the same level. He was like, even I know that. Like, he goes, I think that's best too. And it was weird because it was so mutual, and it was comforting because it was mutual. So, it is what it is. I mean, it sucks, but it was kind of like a long discussion. I think we needed to really just come to a close with it. And it was just weird because no matter what angle, like, I thought about the situation in, it always came back to not a good idea to keep going. Like, and it never used to do that before, and especially 2 days in a row. Like, normally I'm over it the next day and we're back to being where we were, and now I'm just not there. Like, I'm just not there anymore. Like, it's not like, like, when you have, like, a friend for a while and you guys have, like, these friendship feelings, like, not like romantic feelings, totally different. Like, you care about each other more than anyone else. You feel you're really close, you can talk to them about anything, blah blah blah, whatever. But, like, that just wasn't there anymore. So, with that being said, we just were like, alright, I don't know where he says he still cares, and he probably does. I don't know, but, like, I just don't care, like, the way I did. Like, I'm not saying I don't completely, like, I care about everybody, but, like, it is what it is. Like, I can't change how I feel or how I don't, and I cannot apologize for how I don't feel, and I don't think anybody should have to do that. So, the lesson I learned here, listen to your guts. Listen to your gut. Listen to your gut. Don't listen to your heart. Don't listen to your head. You listen to your gut, because your gut is going to speak volumes. Because your heart is emotional, like your head, okay? They both act or react in emotional type of sense. Like your heart, like, you know, it basically, if you really think about it, that's how it is. In your stomach, if you get like a bad feeling in your stomach, it's usually like, okay, I don't want to do this. Like, or you're getting a bad feeling in your stomach and you're like, okay, I don't want to like if you're scared of something, you feel it like in your stomach. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I don't like this feeling, blah, blah, blah. Like, it usually means something more coming from your gut than your heart. Everybody always tell me, listen to your heart. No, no, no. Listen to your gut. Don't listen to your heart. I listened to my heart and I failed so many times. Listen to your gut, because this is when I think I was actually right. And, like, you know, I told him a lot of nasty things, and I, like, you know, I just really want to conclude my part of this and just be like, listen, I don't hate you, blah, 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 blah. You know, I just, you know, that's just it. Like, I can't, I'm sorry. Like, I can't look past this anymore. I can't keep doing this with you. It's just, it was the most toxic and most exhausting friendship I've ever had in my life. So, anyways, you know, I'm married, he's married, so there definitely was nothing romantic there. It was just a really strong friendship, and I tend to get along with men better than I do women. I don't know why. I have very few female friends that I can count on one hand, but I've got like all these male friends I can't, are countless. Like, it's just how it is. I've had, my longest friend is a guy friend. Like, I've known one guy I've known for like 20 years. Another guy I've known for like 15 years. Like, it's just how men are in my life. And then the longest female friend I had, you know, one from high school for like, you know, 20 years. One other one from about 10 years ago. That's it. Like, I really, you know, a couple other friends here and there, you know, but it is what it is. And that's how I kind of like realize, like, even at this age, in 37, like, you don't even know, like, you know, you gotta kind of figure out where you stand and like what's better for you, not the other person. You can't always think about other people, and they always think about other people, and that's what fucks me up. So this time I think it felt so good to finally take a stand and be in a mutual spot with this person, that it just, I think we're both are better off. I mean, I told him flat out, I said, I'm not saying we can't be friends in the future, like have a friendship again in the future. I mean, we right now need to get on that same level, and we cannot get on the same level by staying where we are. We have to back off. I've got to back off, okay? First of all my feelings I ever really actually have for him as a friend are already gone. So I would have to regain all that back to even try a friendship with him at this point, which I cannot do if I'm going to keep just arguing with this person. So I can't live a lie. Like, basically, I'm living a lie. That's what it is. So I can't keep doing that. So, you know, I just was like, that's, you know, I don't know how he stands on that. That's his prerogative. But, like, he basically agreed with me, so I'm assuming it's okay. I mean, I don't want him to be hurt, but, like, I can't help how somebody else is going to feel. I mean, I'm hurt. I mean, it hurts. It does bother me. I mean, I've been crying on and off all day. I've been kind of, like, fighting the feelings of it. But, like, I know, like, in the end, I'm going to be a much happier person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it hurts more to, like, hold on and to let go. Like, it really is true. So, like, that always repeats in the back of my head. I don't know. That's basically what I wanted to say, is just, if you ever feel something's not right, like, just stop. It doesn't matter how long you're friends with this person, you know these people, just stop. Like, it's just not worth your energy and your time. And our time here is so short as it is. And we should be spending the time with people who really want to be part of our lives. And like I told him, I'm like, I'm totally open maybe in the future for being friends. I'm not going to completely shit you out of my life. But right now, for a while, for a long time, and I don't know, maybe forever, but I just, we can't. We can't do it right now. It's too hot. Like, it's just, we're too hot right now, like, with each other. Like, we're just both pissed off and angry, and there's a lot of emotion everywhere, and that all has to kind of dissipate first. So, yeah, like, never feel bad for, like, thinking about yourself and putting yourself first, because you need to protect your own feelings as well, and protect yourself and your well-being, because it's not always about everybody else. Like, it's good to be, like, a very humanitarian type of person, like, always thinking about others, helping others. It's great to volunteer and do things like that, but there has to come a time in your life where you've got to put yourself first. Like, you have to, because it's literally, you cannot live your life successfully if you keep putting other people first that are not supporting you or moving you forward. You can put other people first who are doing that, but they're not, and they're just kind of like holding you back or making you feel some sort of way that is not positive. You don't need one of those people in your life. So right now I feel like Trent Shelton. Like, I don't know if you guys ever watched him on like Facebook Watch or whatever. I love Trent. I watch him all the time. He gives some really good advice. He's like my psychiatrist when my psychiatrist is not available. Like Brad Mondo's like my like hairstylist. My hairstylist is not available. But so like, yeah, like he watches stuff like, 'cause he makes a lot of sense, and kind of like what I'm saying is a lot what like kind of reflects off what he says. The same thing. Like, think about yourself first. You have to. Like, there's of course other people that do come first, like your kids, you know, like your parents, whatever. But like, when someone is giving you any sort of negative sort of feeling, you need to rethink your situation and stop acting on emotions, because acting on emotions is what is getting people hurt to begin with. We act on emotions, and what happens is when that happens, we are not thinking like clearly or about ourselves. We are thinking about the other person. We're thinking about how they're feeling, what they're going to go through, blah blah blah, and then you're thinking about your emotions. You're so afraid to be hurt over losing somebody that you will do what you can to keep that person in your life, whether it's hurting you in the long run or not. Let me just tell you something. That's me. That's like the definition of me. I hate letting people go because of that reason, that exact reason. But let me tell you, from what I've learned today and yesterday and the last month or so of my life, you gotta stop doing that. Because I know for a fact I would be suffering right now, and I would be so hurting a lot worse if I didn't just do what I did. Because, like I said, holding on hurts more than letting go, because that person might not even want to be there, and you almost feel like you're forcing them to be there. Don't do that. Don't put yourself through that, because there are people who do want to be part of your life, and those are the people that deserve your full attention, your full like everything. This person, they can wait. Or maybe you guys can fix it in the future, maybe not, maybe it's done, maybe it's just not meant to be, whatever. But I mean, I've only known this person for a couple years, like probably about 4 years or so of my life. I'm 37. I've lived without this person before. I can live without them again. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, it really isn't. And that's something my therapist always tell me. Letting somebody go is not a problem, because you've always lived without this person before, unless you're a friend since like you're children, which I still have those friends in my life. Letting someone negative go that you just became friends with not like recently, it's not a bad thing. So it doesn't make you a bad person, and if that person thinks you're a bad person, then fine. My person doesn't think I'm a bad person for it. He agrees with me, so I'm lucky in that case. But you know, it is what it is, and you get stronger and you learn. And listen, letting go is not painless. It's not. It's definitely not painless. So don't be afraid if you're hurting because you're letting someone go. It's just better. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's painless. It's not painless. Like, it's gonna hurt to let people go. Sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it does, and that's okay, because eventually you're gonna get over it. You're gonna feel better. It's gonna be just another thing in the past, and who knows what will happen from that moment on. But right now, you have to do you, and that's it. And that's all I want to say. And it's almost a 20-minute long video about how letting go is better than holding on. And I feel like it's so stupid, because I feel like a lot of us, in a way, do know this, but a lot of us act the way I act. And I think that, stop being afraid. Stop being afraid. Get yourself out there. Make friends that will care about you, because I guarantee you have at least one person out there that wants to be your friend, that cares about you, and can give you more than what you're getting right now. And you're not even going to think about anybody else. Like, seriously, it's not the end of the world. And, you know, always keep your head, a good head on your shoulders, and always be the better person. Don't act out. Don't be an asshole. Don't go slashing tires or hitting windshields with baseball bats or whatever revenge you want to do on this. But don't do any of that. Just leave it on good terms. You don't ever want to leave something on bad terms. It's so much worse. And I think sometimes we wish we could hate that person to make it easier. But I think sometimes it's easier too to just leave it on good terms and just leave it open. Like, and just go on with your life. feel like bad terms, you always got negativity hanging on you, like, for that person. And that was one of the issues that we always used to have. And I'm not ending it on bad terms because I don't want that anymore. Because I'm serious. Like, now I'm just like, I'm told, like, I can't. My feelings have not changed since yesterday. I have no intent on being friends with you anymore. Like, that's just it. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, honestly, you really can't be sorry for what you don't feel. So, it is what it is. But, anyways, you guys, hopefully this stream of bad luck that I've had, like, this last month, like, just, like, lightens up a little bit. We've had no freaking money, no place. I have to move. I have nowhere to go. I am just, these videos and have helped a lot to keep me distracted, and I wanted to give everybody who has watched them and who follows me or whatever, thank you. And I don't know, I think I'll maybe doing a video later. My BoxyCharm is coming in soon, so maybe soon we could do that too, and we'll see. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I wish you all the best of luck with everything you're doing. And if you're still out of power and watching this, congratulations, your phone is charged. I hope you get power back soon. If you are safe from the storm, I'm glad to know that you are okay, and that if you are suffering any sort of damage, I hope good comes to you in all sorts of forms, and I hope that everybody is just happy to be here and to be alive and to be thankful for each other and to always be there for everybody. Like I said, to an extent, but for the most part, don't shut a stranger out, for sure. Alright, so anyways, I'm gonna go now, so have a good day.